How do we find meaning in our life? In this pandemic world, it's more important than ever for us to find meaning in our daily life. So let's discuss. Hi, and welcome to Live Your Hero's Journeys podcast. I'm your host, Tay. I created this podcast as a source of inspiration and practical wisdom in order for you to live to your full potential by embracing your unique self. As you know, the last 2 years are probably one of the most challenging years of our life. All our life have been turned topsy-turvy. What we've been used to in the past have all changed. So how can we adapt to the new world, to the new reality, and to thrive and find meaning in it? In this challenging time, I find the comfort when I reread one of my favorite books called Man's Search for Meaning by Victor Frankl. Victor Frankl is a Holocaust survivor. He's a psychiatrist and he's the founder of logotherapy, which means meaning. Logo means meaning in Greek, and therapy. So Victor Frankl proposes 3 ways for us to find meaning in life. Number 1, find meaning in our job or in a career or work that is meaningful and purposeful for us. So when Victor Frankl was in the concentration camp, he has a vision of completing a manuscript. And that's one of the ways that kept him alive, because just imagine you are a prisoner and there's no chance that you are going to live for another day, and you have to face hardship. Everything is taken away from you. Your family, you're not even sure if they're alive, your properties, your work. So when you're faced with such challenges, what is your intrinsic motivation that makes you want to wake up and face the world another day? So for him, is that he has a vision of completing this manuscript, and is one of the reasons why he can manage to motivate himself in order to survive and thrive in adversity. So in our job, when we find something that is meaningful and purposeful, that helps us to create a vision for our future. And it's something that we need to work towards to. So whenever we have something that we need to work towards to, or a goal to achieve, and it's something that is also intrinsically motivated and something is meaningful and purposeful, we are more likely to live life with meaning. And as I mentioned in many of my episodes, our lives are actually made of the ordinary life that we live. So how can we make those days to be meaningful? And by engrossing ourselves in a job that is meaningful, purposeful, and that is close to our values. So when you choose a career or job, make sure that you maybe align with the company, the values of the company, and it's something that you believe in, that you find that your work has a purpose, it serves to greater humanity. It could be a simple job, but there's a lot of people who have a job and a career, even though you may have a simple job being, say, a customer service, but if you do it with passion and knowing that what you're creating means something to somebody else and help somebody else and create value, that makes your life to be more purposeful and meaningful. The second way to find meaning in your life is by having meaningful relationships. So when Victor Frankl was in the concentration camp, he kept dreaming and also imagining his wife. The love for his wife and her love for him sustained him as well. And that's the thing that kept him alive as well. I'm sure you realize, especially in isolation and during a pandemic, one of the hardest things is the connection that we missed with people around us and people close to us. So for me, I find that creating meaning in relationship is so important, and one of the most important thing for me, especially during the pandemic. I realized, no man is an island. We need a community. We need connection with other human beings in order to thrive. So how can we create meaning in our life? Is perhaps by scheduling some time to spend with our family, with our loved ones, with your partner, creating date nights, for example, taking the time to write a birthday card. So how do we create meaning in relationship? It could be writing a birthday card for your friend, taking the time to spend time with your family and your friends. Things like that is so important for us to stay grounded, to feel love and the support around us. And that helps to create meaning in our life as well. The third way how we can find meaning in life is by finding meaning in our suffering. In our life, I'm sure there's going to be some ups and downs, especially during the pandemic. Some of us might have lost our jobs, our business might have collapsed, or we might feel stressful, or we may not be able to see our loved ones, especially if we live from overseas. So in life, there's going to be many suffering that we have to endure. So for Victor Frankl, he told a story when he was practicing as a psychiatrist. A man came in and lamented to him how he has lost his wife and he doesn't feel there's a meaning to life to him anymore. So he kind of turned things around. It's like, it's good that your wife passed away before you did, so you spared her from having to mourn over your loss. And he felt so much better after that, and because he felt there's a meaning for him to being alive in our life. So what are the lessons that we can take from our own suffering? In the end of the day, we can't really control what happened to us, but we can always control how we feel about things and what are the lessons that we can learn. And I feel that especially in my own life, I grow the most when I go through some difficult moments. And that's when we can test what's our endurance, what's our persistence, and what our resilience as well. So just to recap, the 3 ways of finding meanings in life is through meaningful work, meaningful relationship, and to find meaning through our suffering. If you want more insights and free resources, please check out my website, which I'll put down on the link below. Once again, I hope that you find this episode to be useful. And until I see you again, live a life worth writing about. I'll see you soon.